Let's be honest. Sometimes we hit a point where we do not recognize who we are. We look up and we realize that we feel stuck. We feel disconnected from our potential, and we're ultimately tired. But life happens and we tend to get on autopilot without even recognizing it. We're numb. We're just going through the days. We're moving without attention. And the next thing you know is you then got off track from the goals and the routines that make you feel whole. You might even look up and realize you're surrounded by all the wrong people and you're in the wrong places. You are a product of your environment. And this may be a reason why you feel lost. The hard truth is most of the time, it is the reason. The circle is the reason. If you are choosing to spend time with people who are not radiating life and good energy, but instead are Debbie Downers, negative talkers, excuse makers, small-minded, partying individuals, then no, you are what you hang around. And this very much be the reason why you feel lost. Most of us have reached a point where we have outgrown environment, habits, even the way we have been showing up. We are like outgrowing it. We are tired of ourselves. You don't hate yourself. Just know that it's more. Like you want more. You're craving more. You know you're destined for more. God has shaken you up. You are feeling very uneasy with yourself. And I want to first say, before I go into detail about that, of like how that's a good thing. That is something to be grateful for. There are so many people who are not shaken up by their bad habits or routines or the lifestyle they are living. They are stuck in a mind frame of lacking awareness. So let's just give thanks that you're mentally in a position to check in with yourself, because a lot of people do not get there. And really, that is half of the battle. You cannot fix something that you are not aware of. So just being aware is half of the battle. And the reason why you are there, because you're craving more peace, more discipline, and more alignment. I want to be transparent with you. When I started my reset, I wasn't doing it to prove a point. I was doing it because I truly did not recognize the woman I was no more. I didn't feel aligned with certain individuals no more. I had stopped smoking, and then I realized, like, when I stopped smoking, I realized like me and this other friend didn't have anything in common no more. And as I still lingered around and started other things in my life, I would talk to this person about it, about the interests that I had, and only did it not interest them. It did not interest me to even share the details because they didn't even understand what I was talking about or even seemed interested. I see my life going in another direction, and I think the hardest part is accepting, like, and knowing like, okay, they're not going to go that direction with me. It's really a hard pill to swallow. Some of these people and individuals in your life have been there for certain life experiences that you have been through. And I want to let you guys know that some people are in your life for seasons. They are. And it doesn't mean that when you go this way, that it's love lost and that you don't care. God is requiring more of you, and you are awake to know that. Another thing that I had to realize and change, to make change for my reset, was that I was putting my happiness, especially when it came to my relationship, in other people's hands. I was holding resentment when they didn't even meet the expectations I had of them. Like, I would literally be putting my joy into their hands like if it was their job. Like, it's nobody's job to make you happy. It's nobody's job for you to find joy in life. It's nobody's job for you to love yourself. And I literally had to sit down with myself Before I could start working on things, I had to be aware of things. And I literally had to sit down with myself and be like, and ask myself, why is my happiness their responsibility? And it was a hard pill to swallow. And I realized like, whoa, first of all, I'm wrong for what I'm doing, because I'm holding resentment on a person that I'm putting responsibility on them like it's their job to do, and it's not their job to do. And I asked once I realized that, I'm like, okay, and why are you doing this? And it's because you haven't learned to love yourself. You look for other people to love you. You look for other people to do things for you. You look for other people to give you affirmations, confirmations. And that should be in you first. And after I was able to let people go and then realize how to pour into myself as well and love myself and learn myself, is when things started taking off for me. But those are like the honest questions and conversations that you have to have with yourself. Now that's just my story. Your story may look different, but I am here to tell you today that you can become unrecognizable in 60 days or less. I'm gonna share 3 areas, just 3, because we're not gonna overcomplicate this, for you to focus on. Area number 1 is gonna be physical transformation. Working out is not about changing how you look. It's about rebuilding how you show up for yourself. It creates discipline, and it creates self-respect, and it creates consistency. It builds mental strength. You push through a workout that you didn't feel like doing, or you didn't think you could push through, or when you reach a new weight, that builds and triggers something in you of self-confidence and self-worth, and your dopamines are flowing and you feel good. And this transpires in through every other area of your life. It regulates your emotions. It clears brain fog, stabilizes your mood. You can think clearer, you can respond clearer. It changes your energy. The more you move, the more confident you feel, the more capable you feel. You feel more connected to the version you're becoming. And the visual proof of progress is like the icing on the cake, because then that will come. It fuels your motivation to keep evolving emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So my number one area will be physical transformation. Now, number 2, mental and emotional reset. Start your mornings with intentions, okay? I'm a firm believer on your morning sets the tone for your day. That's why I'm honestly a morning workout person. I know myself too. I know like after I go through the day, I'm not going to make it to the gym at night. It's too much energy just been put in other places. But when I go to the gym in the morning, it sets the tone for my day. I'm feeling good. I started today on the right foot. You know, it just sets the tone for your day. And if that's not even your mornings, you still need to be intentional with your mornings. If you wake up, you drink your water first. You drink some coffee first. You read the scripture first. You do your skincare first. You do your affirmation first. Whatever it is or what it looks like for you, start your morning with intention. It sets up and sets the tone for your day. It needs to be a routine for mental and emotional reset. Protect your peace. And what I mean by that is mute everything that is triggering you. And we are gonna start with social media. Clean up everything. It's just not people. It is your social media too. If you log on and you are triggered by somebody or something you see, then it needs to be deleted. You have that choice. Why is it on there? Even if you find yourself comparing yourself to somebody, please just delete the person. I know we say, and I can tell you too, and it is the truth, that you should not compare yourself to somebody else, especially on social media, because you're comparing yourself to somebody who's 2 or 3 or 5 years in, and you're on step 1. You're on first week, and everybody's journey is different. So I feel like if you already feel like you're comparing yourself to somebody, then I would just automatically just delete the person. I won't even be trying to, I would definitely work on that, but just delete the person, okay? Another thing I want to say with that is that, because social media could be a really, really good and healthy thing. So as we're on this topic, it is deleting people. But You need to have those people, like your social media needs to inspire you. When I log on, I need to see everything that aligns with who I want to become and who I am and who I'm becoming. I want to be inspired. I want to be learning. I want to be motivated. That's what I want to see when I log onto my social media. And that's how it should be when you log onto your social media. This is good for a mental reset. A lot of us is on social media for entertainment, or we're judging or comparing ourselves, or we're looking at other people's lives, and that's wrong. You need to delete all that, and your social media you should be logging in, and the first thing you see is something learning. One thing I used to do to get me motivated to work out is I used to follow a whole bunch of workout girls that will motivate me, and I would go watch their stuff in the morning, first thing in the morning. After I watched about 5 videos of the girl working out, I was like, I gotta get my butt up. I gotta get to this gym because I'm trying to get right too. Things like that. You need to be inspired. You need to be motivated, or you need to be learning. And we're gonna take this another step forward. We are going to take this another step forward because it might be your music. I said I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. I still listen to my hip hop. I still love rap. You guys, I'm still growing and I'm still learning, okay? But I have got to a place in my life where I cannot listen to that stuff all the time. Especially, honestly, unless I'm in a gym or once in a blue moon in the car. And it's the once in a blue moon in the car. Most of the time it's in a gym because I still find that helps me work out. But I put on a podcast. I put on one of my girlies on YouTube that is on the same thing that I'm on, that's aligning on the same thing I'm aligning on. And I go listen to them my whole ride. And what does it do for me? It makes me feel inspired. I feel so motivated. I'm ready to just hit my goals. I'm ready to go with the day. I feel enlightened. I feel good. And sometimes I put on faith talks because I'm new in my walk with Christ, and I need to hear him. I need to hear people testimonies. Those are really inspiring too. Like people testimonies. If you guys haven't listened to some people testimonies, you need to go look up some people testimonies. Some of them are really, really good and amazing, and just lets you know, like, don't give up and don't settle too, and just trusting God and having faith. You need to feed into yourself mentally and emotionally, and that is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna set morning routines. You're gonna set night routines. You are gonna be making a daily routine. You are not gonna be winging your day. You should know what you're doing every day before the day comes. Everything you do should have purpose, because that's how you know if you're like moving to step closer to your goals. If you're waking up and winging a day, what did you do for your goals? How far are you with your goals? Are you close to accomplishment? Are you, you don't know if you're not moving with purpose, if you don't have a schedule. So yes, move with purpose. That's morning routines, night routines, moving with intention. We are cutting people off social media, and we're having people on our social medias that are feeding life into us. We are listening to things that are feeding life into us. That is going to feed us emotionally and mentally. The third and the last area that we are going to focus on: self-development and spiritually renewal. So, what is this area? Read books that stretches your mindset. I love me a self-help book. I have a gang of self-help books. I may not have applied everything in the self-help book, I'll be honest. But when I was reading this self-help book, every day I woke up was ready for the day and ready to just like try things and work on things. And it still spilled out in my life and in areas of my life in a good and positive way. Or read books that inspire you. I love David Goggins. Woo! If you don't know David Goggins, you look up David Goggins on your own. But I love David Goggins, and he has 2 books out that I know of, and I read them. And when I was reading David Goggins books, he do not give you no time to be making no excuses. And those was good books. It inspired me. I would read that first thing in the morning before I got out the bed, and you end up getting out the bed quick because you probably don't even read too much, because he is constantly on you know, you being your higher self and you not making no excuses. There's no excuse in the world of why you not doing what you're supposed to do. And if you know his story and read his books, you'll feel him. There really is no excuse. Spiritually commit to Sunday service, Bible study, and or devotional readings. I just switched up my schedule at work because that is the area that I want to focus on. I can no longer work in the morning. I had to tell my job, yeah, God's coming first. Commit to Sunday service, to Bible studies, and or devotional readings. Learn something new. That's always nice to do. I had so many things I learned. I learned how to do my hair. I learned how to do nails. I have a lot of nail things, and I know like the little press on things. I literally do nails if I wanted to. I learned how to build this. I was waiting for my boyfriend to make it. I just was like, just get it out, learn, teach yourself. And I was, anywho, learn something. I want to learn pottery next. I want to learn how to make pasta next. Learn. So much to learn. You're always a student. But I just want to say, like, when you're in the area of your self-development and your spiritual renewal, it is important to really zone in on this area. Because you cannot come unrecognizable if you have not dived deep into your self-development and spiritually renewal. I truly believe you need God with you. Whatever religion you are, you need your higher power with you. Next, you want to do weekly reflections. Sometimes I feel like people don't like to journal. I didn't like to journal, but as I have evolved and reinvent and rebrand and learn myself, journaling is amazing. And you can start with prompts or you can start with no prompt. It's not about answering a question. It's just about putting your thoughts on paper, and you start to gain clarity as you write. You'll start to see things unfold. My 60-day or less lock-in for becoming unrecognizable has taught me that discipline is a form of self-love. Like, it is anything that we love, we cater to, we devote our time to, you know? And that should be you. That should be you number one. You and God should be number one on that list first. And when you're consistent with this, the world will start to treat you different. People will say you look different. It's new. I get it all the time. Like, Cece, you're glowing. Honest, is because I surround myself with nothing but love. I'm not going to be around nothing that I cannot be myself. Nothing that is not inspiring me, growing me in some way, shape, or form. Only iron sharpens iron, you guys. Oh, it's your circle. Remember, becoming unrecognizable is not about your ego, it's about evolution. If you're ready to transform before 2026, I will have a free 60-day lock-in printable challenge sheet where you can download for yourself for free to help you create a system for yourself to get started. If this resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, comment below, like, subscribe, and just follow me for more transparency posts.